Well, Panarin piques my interest.
Yes.
I mean, it piques a lot of things for me.
Luds, if we asked you earlier about needs, you said at least one top 6 forward. Who would you like to see Jim Nill go get in the next month and a half?
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, I'd like to see him get someone that can complement what he's trying to go for. And again, I don't know if Panarin wants to come and play here, but this is a place that you can win a Stanley Cup. We've all kind of agreed on that, and he's a free agent, and he's probably movable right now. I think they've kind of admitted that we're not going to be where we need to be, and let's get something for him.
This is strictly, in your mind, a rental?
Yeah. Well, I don't know that. Doesn't that all depend on Robo? I mean, if
Yes.
Robo, I mean, it's Robo's deal. I don't think they're looking for anything but rental. To be honest with you,
I agree.
Yep.
I don't
know that there may be something.
Maybe defenseman.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would like.
Maybe,
if
yeah.
Anderson, maybe.
And so I like Panarin, and I'll tell you, if it's a little bit of a depth thing, Sam and I were talking about earlier. I mean, look at this. I mean,
I know.
Ridiculous.
Let him have it.
But can you imagine? And this isn't exactly what Tyler's not going to be there, I don't think. But this is not exactly what Matt's thinking of. But can you imagine Evander Kane on the left wing and Jamie Benn on the right wing playing with Matt Duchene?
I don't know if
those are the kind of players that Matt is, giddy about playing with. But he sure would feel safe out there.
He would,
and be able to do. Kane is a free agent, I believe, right?
Yes.
He's a free agent.
Yep. Last year of his contract.
I mean, again, if you want to add a statement,
he's not just that either.
No, and he's a 20, 25,
when
30
he's
goal
healthy, he is a major force. The problem is that he's 34 and he's rarely been healthy over the.
All he has to do is be healthy for 25 games,
right?
20, 30 games. Let's get through whenever that deadline is. Get through the playoffs. And I'm not saying that's the guy, but I'm saying that could be a guy.
But
if you could get a Panarin,
it piques your interest.
Yeah, Panarin piques my interest.
Yes,
I mean it piques a lot of things for me. I mean, I just think that guy playing with maybe that's a guy that you put with Matt
Marsman.
But I think those two are kind of the same. Marsman, yeah, they're kind of the same. I mean, he's more of a playmaker. Matt's more of a playmaker. Blah blah blah. I mean, I think he did score 50 goals though a year ago or two. So he's just and he's won. You know what I mean? I think he's a motivated guy. I'm shooting at the moon, I guess.
Sean?
I should shoot the moon.
Major targets that you would like to see in the forward position for the Dallas Stars.
Thinking about this today when I was driving back from the rink from the USA hockey stuff today. And we talked a lot about mentality and identity and guys that are going to go to hard areas. And I don't know exactly how you make it work, but if I'm talking forwards, and obviously one's going to take his team to fall off a little bit before it happens. But Luds, how much better do you like this forward group if I tell you got Blake Coleman and Boone Jenner in your top 9?
Who?
Boone Jenner and Blake Coleman?
He's on my list.
Has that one too.
I got him down.
Boone Jenner,
but Sean, he's a centerman.
Does he have to be in the middle?
I don't know. I don't know him enough.
He's played wing three. He's played both throughout his career.
Okay.
Like Boone is someone who is obviously he is a Columbus. He is someone who
I thought you guys said Columbus wouldn't be selling anybody, didn't moving anybody.
I know, but
here we go.
He's
told you.
He's someone
reel the tape back a little bit.
He's someone who wouldn't be available before the Olympic break, I don't think. But I think Jenner is someone who will be available after the Olympic break because I think they're under that team where they're going to they're not going to sell guys off. They're not going to do it while they just put a new coach in play and try to figure all of that out. But if over the next 8-9 games it doesn't work, and I know they beat Calgary last night fittingly, if it doesn't work, all of a sudden Jenner to me, he's someone who I think would add a lot to what this team needs right now. So that to me. Yeah. So
Sean, hasn't he been healthy, scratched a few times here? I thought I read that he wasn't in the lineup a couple times and he was a little disgruntled.
No? I mean, he missed 14 or 15 games early in the season with an upper body injury.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's the kind of guy you want to scratch, to be honest with you.
Boone Jenner, the only concern I would have is durability with him because he's been bitten by the injury bug over the last few years fairly frequently. Not holding that against him, but I think realistically you have to just be aware. Just like with Evander Kane. If they're healthy, they're great.
Wasn't he their captain?
Who?
Jenner?
Yes.
Is he still?
Yes.
Yeah. Still,
He's he is a UFA at the end. He is a UFA this summer. So that's the point. He is a pure rental. So it is a.
What about
that's where my.
What about you, Sam?
I go get Blake Coleman, as Sean said. I love everything about his game.
He's got 3 years left.
That's the tough
No,
part, right?
Coleman has 1 year left.
1 year. But the tough part is
5 years.
anyone that has anything beside a rental is going to be tough. But I love the way he plays, and I think his speed, number one, down the wing, penalty killing, and I think
he has a scoring flair.
Playoff experience, because he's not just been in the playoffs and won cups with Tampa. He
Two.
was a key factor in both of those runs for them. And obviously a Texas native, so it fits perfectly with all the story.
That's the most important part.
Yeah, he'll want to come here.
He'd be a motivated kid to play.
Yeah.
Oh, kid.
So Coleman, I go Coleman, and I go Kiefer Sherwood. Those would be my 2 targets with if I could upgrade both at forward.
I have Sherwood on my list.
Why do you guys have Sherwood on?
Oh, so hold on. Everybody does, because he.
Not everybody. Okay. He scores 5 goals a year.
Listen,
he's on pace for 30. Lud.
He has 17 goals this year, which is already pushing.
His average is about 5 over his career. He has one career that you think he's going to score 30.
Seasons,
he scored 20 last year.
So
what does he do different than Adam Ernie?
5 to 19. So
give Ernie a chance.
Okay, hold on. Let me set this up for you.
Skidder's read in quick.
Sherwood had 12 goals. Luds, hang on. Sherwood had 12 goals in his first 20 games this year. He has only scored 5 in the last 24.
Okay.
So does that concern you? Because he hasn't consistently scored at the same rate for the entirety of the season. And after he announced himself as like this career pace early, it's tailed off. Or is that just because Vancouver
he's
is a
gone
hot
back
tire
to who
fight?
he normally is?
Vancouver traded their entire team a few weeks ago with Quinn Hughes.
By the way,
he's on pace for 30 goals.
The reason why Sherwood's interesting is because he's a $1.5 million cap hit, and he's a rental, and so it would be the easiest fit for anybody's cap space.
And they've asked about him. They've been knocking on the door.
Yes.
I just don't know if you're getting anything that we're talking about in your top 9.
I take him over half of the roster. It's currently on this Stars.
You take him over Blake Coleman?
No, on the current team, I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
He's an upgrade for me over half this team.
Would he be above Bork in your lineup?
Yep. He's proven to score. He scored 19 last year, and he's on pace for 30 on the worst team in the NHL.
What about Kadri? Nazem Kadri is another one that you guys have brought up. I feel like that's not an easy one to make actually realistically work.
7 million a year or something like
that. $7 million, and he has 3 years left
after
tough. This year.
That's really tough.
I don't know how they're getting him in. And again,
he's a great fit.
Yeah, and it all goes back to Robo, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes exactly back to Robo, but money.
Sean, is there any possibility you could go after a guy like Kadri and then just flip him if you couldn't fit him in the next year's salary cap world, or is that hard to do?
I mean, if you let me play video game GM, I have a couple flipping things I'd like to do. If you let me play video game GM, I would go get Dougie Hamilton for 3 months and then flip him for the same picks I traded for him this year, because I think, I know
defense talk, huh?
I don't care. I run my own race.
Yes, you do.
It's like, so yeah, I'm. If you're going to be creative about moving players, I think Kadri, as Sam said, I think Kadri makes sense and he would fit on this team. I do want to go back to what Ludz's point on Sherwood is. He's a guy who is, what was it, Owen? 12 goals in his first 20 games, right?
Yep.
Was it?
Yep.
And then
12 in his first 20, 5 in his last 24.
Yeah, so like 5, that's not a 30-goal player. He's a hitter. He causes chaos. He set the NHL record for hits last season, which wouldn't be the worst thing to add to this. Wouldn't be the worst thing to add to this team, but this is a guy who, if you're Vancouver, like, would I trade a mid to late round pick for Kiefer Sherwood? Probably, yes, because that's what I think the hitting and the depth is. But this is a guy who's going to want $5 million next year.
See, if you could get one of the other guys that you guys listed and then add Sherwood, as Sam said, the second forward,
Yep.
I think
that's not my number one. He's not my big pick.
Is Foxa then out of the lineup when Kadri comes? One of your stronger penalty killers. Who are you taking out of the middle?
No,
you want to take Duchesne and put him back on the wing where he doesn't like.
No,
playing?
I think Kadri plays wing.
Yeah,
I think you put him on the wing.
You think Oscar Beck's staying in the lineup over him or something like that? Like that's
no. Let's just talking about down the middle.
Yeah, he plays wing.
Yeah, just so
He can play wing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think you find. Yeah, I think you figure it out. I don't think Rada comes out of the lineup.
Hey, Luds.
No.
I have another name I wanted to throw at you because it's been brought up a lot. I'm curious because they're a contending playoff team. What about Edmonton Oilers forward Andrew Mangiapane?
Yeah, we just talked about him before.
I said that earlier. I said I couldn't believe they got him for a 3-year deal at $3 million. I think it was. I think that was a steal. I've always liked him, but I told Sam, I said, I think he'd be great on the right side. I always see him going down the right side, scoring goals. He goes, he's a left winger. I'm like, well, he doesn't play his offside.
The good thing with this team is they can play both.
But absolutely. Yeah. I just think he fits into. I just like the way he plays the game. He's an energy guy. I mean, he's not a big guy. I don't even know what his size is. Not a big guy, but I've always liked the way that he played. But again, is he kind of like a Blake Coleman? I know Blake obviously, and Blake's he understands his role.
And they
Blake
both played
can play
for the
in
Flames.
the middle. He's a winger, but he can take faceoffs. He's a great penalty killer. I think if you asked me, again, this is not fair to Mangiapane, but if you asked me of those two, there's no question I'd take Coleman over him. And really because he's a fiery kid. He was that kid that we had to pull him back. Like I'm talking about, when he was with us younger, with our U18s and 16 before that. But he was a fiery kid. There's a compete level in Blake that's still there. So I wouldn't complain about either one of them, but I would lean obviously toward Blake.
Yeah.
Then we could bring in Seth Jones too.
And Mangiapane should be relatively cheap. I mean, he's fallen out with that team. He's been
healthy scratched. He's a $2 million.
They've kind of given up on him on that sense. So it shouldn't be someone you have to give up a bunch for.
I would think that they would have been trying to make deals already, and why haven't they been taking him? Why is he still there? That's the only part.
Question.
That's the only part. I don't know Mangiapane. I've never heard a bad thing about him, but I'm just curious if he's not in the lineup. His agent is on the phone, and nobody's bid on it yet.